There's a big difference between giving up and knowing when you've had enough. Do you think that's true for yourself? How many times have we just pushed forward trying to expect results to turn out the way that we would imagine or hope for, and nothing happens, right? When do you know enough is enough? When do you know that you've done everything you can and you're happy with what you have accomplished and you set it for what that goal should be, you accomplish it, you move on, or you just keep chugging along and just thinking that something will eventually come of it, right? I'm coming to understand for myself that it's important to have goals, it's important to have ambitions, it's important to have dreams. At the same time, you have to know and enjoy the journey more than anything than what you're doing. And you want to accomplish things, but you can't get so overly fixated on, okay, I'm going to accomplish this thing. It's going to be the most grandiose thing in the world. And, I'll just keep going with it no matter how it's going to turn out. And I'll just, know when to stop when it stops. It's good to have clarity. It's good to have the way in which you want to arrive at the destination, but got to know maybe as well when it's important to pivot, right? Because you know where you may want to be going, you know where you may want to eventually end up, but sometimes the certain strategies, tactics, ways of doing things will not necessarily be the right things, and then you'll have to instinctively kind of know how to pivot, right? And again, not get too comfortable, enjoy the journey. And that's what I'm really trying to stress, that I learned that's so important, is like enjoying the process, but then be adaptive enough to vacillate between when you really need to change and adjust your sails a little bit to get to where you want to go, right? Because I think we all have our own day-to-day, week-to-week, year-to-year goals, dreams, and ambitions of wanting to do things. But instead of being so incredibly fixated on and getting frustrated and say, okay, I just give up, it's not going anywhere, just pivot, make tweaks here and there that will really change a sort of tactic of what you're trying to do so you don't get overly frustrated, right? And again, when we're trying to really accomplish something, like I've learned this more and more, you really just have to have the balance incorporated in your everyday way of being and habits themselves, right? It's always about the small things all throughout the day that make up the eventual bigger goals that you're wanting to achieve. You cannot do it without doing the small things, having a good diet, sleeping well, exercising. I'm talking to the choir here, by the way. Preaching myself. Relationships with people, right? Just it's amazing how many things we actually do every day if we decide to do them, but they're all very integral in our overall state of being and make up the composition of the ultimate goals that we have in our life, So instead of just getting out of bounds and out of step with what is really dragging you down with the overwhelming feelings, like you're not getting anywhere, nothing's being accomplished, nothing's getting done, I suck, I hate myself, all those bad thoughts that would eventually come from that, just again, try to reflect and say, okay, how can I pivot? How can I adjust and tweak a couple things here or there that can really get me to the direction I want? Because maybe it's just a couple of things that are required for you to get to that, and then you're good to go. But take the time out of a day out of your week and really reflect on it and understand how to do that, right? And why you need to do that and adjust course. I think we're always needing to adjust course in that way and to ultimately get where we want to go and what we're really trying to do that makes us happy, right? Or those around us happy. It could be really anything, but take the time to really reflect on that, understand it, feel it in your heart, and then take action. So comment below. Do you have good ways to know and, let's say, I don't know, kind of initiate understanding when to change course, not get frustrated with the fact that you may not have accomplished the thing right away that you set out to do and then giving up, but tweaking here and there along the way? Please comment below and share with everyone. I think it's important that we all have good insights and strategy to know how to make the right adjustments when needed. So I hope you're all well, and we'll see you in the next Spirit Chat. Take care, everyone.